Go live. You say we are live. I click the go live button. Alrighty.
Now it's official.
We'll let everybody start climbing in to the stream here. I'll try and maybe pay attention to the chat a little bit this time, like I absolutely did not last time.
I got it pulled up on my screen as well, so
yeah, that's visible. That can be one of your jobs then.
That's right.
But
Red Jolteon in the building. Shouts out to Red Jolteon for helping me look at some classic Pokemon cards. I found this binder, James, of cards that I collected from when we were children. So
yeah, so this is we're talking like base set.
Yes.
Jungle, Fossil. The OG. Yeah, totally.
Base set Charizard.
When it was even more broken than it is now, but also broken in different ways than it is now.
I don't know anything about it now.
It's crazy. There's so much card draw. You're just wheeling your hand constantly. You're tutoring like it's crazy. But it used to be 4 Oaks, 4 Bills.
Yep.
Like it used to be broken in different ways.
Yeah, oh man, Oak and Bill, those were great cards. You know what I played recently? And maybe you and I talked about this, the Pokemon trading card game.
For the Game Boy Color. I gave you the translation of the sequel.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Those are good games.
Those games rule. Yeah.
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 But they can't release those anymore because they would tap into their card sales, right? Like.
Yeah, exactly, right? But yeah, I've been playing my 3DS a ton lately.
Yeah, 3DS is sick. I like hacked my Vita a while ago, and I think you doing that with the 3DS is probably even better.
The 3DS is very straightforward to hack, and I mean it gets everything. I just played Link Between Worlds for the first time, 100%ed that. That game's sweet.
That is a phenomenal game. I love that game.
I'm playing the Phoenix Wright games now, which there's like a million of, but I'm just starting it, so I've never played those before.
It's just it's like a graphic novel essentially.
Yeah.
But fun.
With some puzzles, and you got to get pretty dialed in and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot so far. Alrighty.
Let's go Bellsprout.
Yeah, I think Bellsprout's probably coming, right?
Yeah, for sure. I'm surprised it's not highlighted in green.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just fix that real quick.
Yeah.
Arrow.
We got Bohm in the building. We'll give everybody a little bit of time to file in, and got some hype matches hopefully coming your way.
There we go. Bellsprout is coming. Prediction. Alrighty. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll start for real here. So we got Tay versus Sukaba. 2 titans of the league for sure. And I've got here, in my opinion, it's Tay's terrifying offense versus Sukaba's excellent speed.
Yeah, I think speed control is going to be huge in this matchup for sure. So Sukaba is able to set that tailwind with Prankster if he wants it. And both coaches here have a solid trick room options. But I think they might be trying to go fast. We'll see.
Is that big enough for you, Poppin? Is that better?
Just cover the rest of all the Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, is Bellsprout a bug?
Accept it. I would allow it.
All right, there we go. We got another one in the group. All right. Well, yeah, I agree. It's a speed control matters matchup. We might see the Ditto show up just because Tay loves to bring the Ditto in playoff matches, and also having a Ditto, like getting to maybe do your own prankster stuff or your own Chi-Yu, something like that, right? Double Chi-Yu and then target the partner and just delete whatever it is, no matter what. Some crazy stuff could happen here.
Yeah, I think Infernape is a good one that you highlighted too, because I think Fake Out looks pretty nice here for Tay. So I'm assuming Sukaba puts the cloak on something, whether it's on the Volbeat or one of his more offensive threats. I guess time will tell. Maybe a Terra Ghost on that Chiyu.
Probably see a Terra Ghost and a Volbeat, or and a Cloak somewhere in the Mons that show up. But let's go ahead and get this battle pulled up here. See what we got. All right, so
no Bellsprout. What the
hell?
No
Bellsprout. Very disappointing. No Spidops either, but we do see. No Copperajah as an actual surprise.
Yeah, and seeing the Ditto is always so interesting because, in theory, Ditto could potentially be this great Mon, and then people draft it, and you don't see them bring it a lot. But then when it does show up occasionally in playoffs, it pops off. We saw it transform into that Amoonguss a couple seasons ago, and now we have
when last time Tay had it,
Amoonguss.
And then now we've got Brute Bonnet here to maybe copy that, or maybe undo a Trick Room if it's going to copy a Slowbro, or we could see the Palisand here is interesting.
Yeah, it looks like Sukaba definitely brought a slow mode, and Tay
for sure
doesn't look like he really
Tay
did. So maybe we'll see some Imprison Trick Room stuff on Tay's end, but time will tell.
Braff, you definitely watch this. Football happens a lot. VBL only happens sometimes. I feel like I'm peaking a lot. Is my audio crazy high, everybody?
VBL only happens sometimes. True. Playoff football happens every year, Braff. All right. James and I are getting old. You don't know how much longer we're going to be here with you.
That's right. We got to amortize our salaries over 30 years here. Like our playing years are coming to an end. All right, let's see how this starts.
All right, so we see the Volbeat and the Slowbros. So maybe
that's
a Trick Room setup.
That's a very cool lead, right? So Sukaba can either say set the Tailwind or set the Trick Room. Tay kind of has to guess right, or his mid-speed to fast and very fast Mon are kind of boned either way.
Yeah, and we could definitely see some side swagger stuff here too with Slowbros.
Yeah, could be an own. No, this one has own tempo, not. It's own tempo. Yeah, swagger own tempo. Yeah. Not oblivious. Yeah. Regardless. All right, let's see how this starts. Terra Flying.
Does it have the cloak?
Oh, Tail Glow.
Oh, it's good Terra to avoid that high horsepower. Yeah. Tail Glow. Is it going to happen for the first time?
Is it going to happen?
Please.
Oh, no.
Sukaba, please do it for me.
Oh, no. It is. I've never been.
Oh, it's a monstrous
+3
castle.
Palisand.
All right, Slowbro goes down. No Terra for the Palisand here.
And no Trick Room for the Palisand to be in. It feels like that was a double target to definitely prevent the Trick Room from going up.
Correct. But, I would agree with that one. Let's see if.
So we get, huge damage even into a booster defense on the Brute Bonnet there.
Combat's a strong move.
Beefy thing, yeah. 120.
Can we double that slot?
But, yeah. Maybe. I mean, because then the only thing left is the Volbeat and Palisand. Volbeat's mostly nothing. Whoa.
That is massive damage.
Mamo goes to sleep. Infernape goes down to Earth Power. But, I mean,
these mons are slow.
Yeah, but so goggles on the Clawitzer.
Yeah, so definitely some information here for.
Little bit of an information leak there too. Sukaba not noticing the that the Clawitzer wasn't affected by the Rage Powder there and pointing the spore into it anyway. Basically,
I wonder if Sukaba's trying to hide information.
Because like a grass move, a grass move into the Clawitzer probably does pretty decent damage there, and we might have an attack as a fourth move on this Volbeat. This could have been a very different end game here.
I mean, Sukaba might just be concealing information too, right? This game basically over even if you take down that Clawitzer. So,
but I mean, you hit a 3-turn sleep. Clawitzer goes down. Tay's down to his last 2. You still have a couple turns of Tailwind. Maybe we get something going. But Clearly need to make some adjustments. I would be very surprised if the tail glow baton pass happens again.
Yeah, not getting that trick room set up was really hard for Tsukaba to recover from in that game. So
Yeah,
I'd like to see if he tries
a lot of setup for Tsukaba to be doing in the face of very strong attacker, very strong attacker, very strong attacker, very strong attacker. The best mon on Tsukaba's side of the field, and one of the best supports of all time. So, like, the pressure is there, and I just don't know if there's time for tail glows and baton passes.
And now that we know the Terra and the slow bro, I feel like the trick room setup's going to be even more difficult. So I think Tsukaba's
we know it's not. We know it's not cloak. We do know the Terra type. I think it's probably pretty unlikely, or at least difficult to get that trick room set up. So yeah, and we just see the fast mode here, right? So
I doubt
Inteleon and Volbeat.
Doubt Inteleon's holding a cloak here.
Yeah, seems much more likely that it's holding an offensive item or a probably an offensive item, like maybe a sash, but
maybe it's sash, right?
We do see the tail glow.
He does go for the tail glow. I really appreciate the commitment.
Lives the Dragon Pulse. Nice, but Mach Punch finishes it off. Baton pass again into the. Okay, this is something that maybe you want to send a. No! Huge damage there.
Can we slow down the speed a little bit, James?
Yeah. I was just thinking that too. Yeah.
What were you saying?
Huge damage, but hitting that Terra with just that 7% left, when we do know the Infernape has Mach Punch. I got to imagine even with when it's resisted, it's still going to be doing 7%. So
yeah, I'm sure this Chiyu goes down here, but Tsukaba, I'm sure we'll hear it in his video too, is probably praying that it doesn't kill.
So we do have the Rage Powder there. Okay, so and then it turns out it wasn't a Mach Punch anyway. But yeah, the Clawitzer gets to take advantage of those goggles and just ignore the.
I think maybe the only out there was to target the Clawitzer with your Brute Bonnet and hope that he doesn't click Mach Punch. But this one
possibly
like a GG.
Yeah, that's feeling
so
pretty over pretty quickly.
There we do see the Ditto sporing again, which is a really nice spray by Tay. So a throwback to previous seasons.
With a Terra
unfortunately, Tail Glow just didn't work out this season, and who would have thought?
It's
definitely
weird.
Not me or Tsukaba.
Because everybody was so unanimously as a league, we were all so high on Tail Glow Baton Pass as definitely being a thing that would work and was worth doing, and nobody pointed it out as lot has to go right for that to be successful. Weird.
Yeah, everyone thought it was a plan. So.
So we still haven't seen the fourth move on this. Okay, Struggle Bug. So we do have an attacking move as a fourth one there.
Yeah. Even with the special attack boosts, I don't think Tsukaba is coming back from this.
Yeah, it seems unlikely, right?
Ice Shard does not
live an Ice Shard, but the Struggle Bug.
Negating some of those tail glows.
And that beefy +3 Struggle Bug doing a solid 21% to the Mammoth Wine. But
Goggles
it was a fun set to watch. Clawitzer was huge. Yeah.
Clawitzer was absolutely huge. So the goggles, the item choices for Tay were very nice in this matchup, making it hard for Tsukaba to get any of his game plans started.
Yeah, and we saw the same for both matches. Oh no, we never actually saw what the fourth mon was for Tay in game one. But yeah, alrighty. Let's take a quick look at the pastes. And
congrats to Tsukaba for making it this far again. Really, really, really strong coach, and Tay again advancing through playoffs. Good luck with the finals too.
Loading slow. What's going on with Poke Paste here? It's chugging along today. All right, so what do we see here? So it was Scarf Ditto, my personal favorite imposter set to run generally. I prefer Scarf over something like bright powder or citrus berry, something like that. But mental herb with the Trick Room Encore Thunder and just the one attacking move there. Yeah, we do see the goggles. Sash on Hydreigon with Tailwind and 3 attacks.
Yeah, the Sash probably to just be able to match Tailwind, I'd assume.
Yeah, I would think so. And yeah, we saw everything on the Mamoswine. We saw the whole Infernape set as well. And I think we saw all 4 moves on the Clawitzer. Maybe we didn't see Protect, but I think we saw the rest. All 3 of the other ones.
Clawitzer ended up being a really nice bring here. Let's take a look at Sukaba's pace. I want to see what kind of crazy nonsense that guy was bringing.
Uh-oh. Did I put the wrong link into this?
Oh, yeah, that looks like a replay.
That does look like a replay link.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. You're going to disappear for a second because I got to go into Discord here and get the paste.
Sure.
Copy that link. We can go back to this. Back to full screen. See, this is what happens when not everything gets double checked. All right, so we got. Let's make it a little smaller here so we don't have text overlapping itself. We've got we saw all 4 here with the Aka Berry. Chi was scarfed. And then, room service. So we're definitely looking to set up a trick room here. Potentially,
the baton,
the surf
baton
water
pass into the
Chiyu is pretty fun.
Baton pass into the Chiyu could have been nice, but with the priority super effective hits coming from Tay's side, that makes that setup adjacent Pokemon.
Yeah, I think I lost the OBS connection for a second. The stream dropped, but think we're back and going again.
Yeah, it looks good on my end. I have it up on my other monitor.
All right, cool. The surf water compaction is cool. It's sort of a water shuriken, but not as all in from like the early Dynamax days. And then some priority. Oh, I didn't even know Inteleon got Vacuum Wave. But we got Scope Lens Snipe Shot for the crit water moves is pretty nice, and then Rage Powder, Pollen Puff. No grass move on the Brute Bonnet, so
it would have been nice into that Clawitzer too.
Yeah, but
good stuff to take. Great prep,
and he won without Bellossom or Bellsprout. I mean, which is
the better version of Bellossom.
Surprising.
All right, what's our second game of the week?
Second match here. We've got Purple Rain versus Red Jolteon.
Weather Wars. There's so many Weather Wars matchups this week.
It's the Weather Wars for sure. We got solid Trick Room setters. So against very good speed control on both sides, right? But the better Trick Room setter for Purple, but maybe the better Trick Room Pokemon for Red Jolteon. We got a pretty scary the scary ice stuff going on. The very reliable Goldango and Murkrow. I think maybe there's a chance that something like Phalanx comes, but then again, we've got 2 flying types and a psychic type that are all going to be pretty rough into it. So maybe not.
I think Azumarill is going to be pretty big here too, especially with the rain being brought.
Yeah, if the rain is up, Azumarill can hit. Maybe get a belly drum and then start throwing some Aqua Jets, or just something, just like an assault vest and 4 attacks or something like that.
Purple can also lead heavy offense and then have that Perish Trap.
Yeah, have it in the back, or have the Basculin Legion in the back to clean up. Maybe take advantage of the last turn or 2 of rain to just take 2 KOs. Jolteon potentially very scary, but I think Red Jolteon, if they want Tailwind, it's theirs. And I don't really think there's anything Purple Rain can do about it. So, like, Red Jolteon gets to make 2 moves, more or less guaranteed, before Purple Rain gets to move.
Yeah.
If he wants to, you know.
Yeah, the problem with setting up something like Tailwind or Speed Control, for that matter, is that you might just get Perish Songed, and then you have to call out Protects over the next couple turns. You might get your Tailwind, but you might lose 2 Pokemon, in return.
Could happen. All right, let's take a look at the Pokemon here that got brought. So we do see the Trick Room setters on both sides. Pretty much what we're talking about, right? The Ice Mode plus Murkrow, Goldango, and Azumarill, and then we've got the Rainmons, Gothitelle, Jolteon, Moltres, and the Revavroom showing up.
Yeah, just something like Politoed Moltres doesn't seem like a terrible lead to me against a lot of what Red Jolteon brought here. But
yeah, for like a huge Hurricane and Weather Ball, or rain boosted scary stuff into just for good damage, something like that. Maybe even like a Helping Hand.
Yeah,
but let's go ahead and
slow
it down here. And
comes out on that Moltres. Moltres is a good Pokemon.
I agree. Both versions.
Absolutely.
So we'll see the very consistent lead of Murkrow Goldango from Red Jolteon. It's been like the #1 lead.
Yeah, so
do you get Dark to prevent the any potential prankster shenanigans, perhaps?
Nasty Plotting is brave, but I guess you're assuming a double up here with Shadow Ball would have killed that Goldango.
Yeah, that's pretty big damage there. The Goldango is going to get to attack probably good as gold.
You got to assume everything's dying on Purple's side.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see, maybe the only thing left, Gothitelle at 10% or something like that. Like, or I guess Goldango's probably not going to die, but
Goldango's probably not going to die because it's going to. Does Jolteon go down here? It does not.
Okay, yeah, not
we
quite.
See a double up? What are we hitting here with Murkrow?
And the foul play finish off the Jolteon before it can move, and then
Gothitelle setting Trick Room is huge.
Beefy. So that feels like something that's calced, right? Like I want to live the nasty plot, make it rain, so I can set my Trick Room and then bring in Revavroom.
Yeah, do we have Purple in the chat? I would love to know if that was calced, because hanging on with 7% does definitely seem like you're in calking territory. So Revavroom gets his attack dropped here. Let's see if it drops its own speed with that spin out attack.
Possibly Iron Head just trying to get some damage. And we do see the flinch, but that would have killed if not for the Feather Dance there.
Correct. Yeah, the flinch is
doing 23%, double that. We definitely would have had a dead Goldango. But yeah, the really flinch hurts. Really saving it there.
Let's see.
Quite possible seeing an Aqua Jet. Yeah, just pick up the Gothitelle. So we know all 4 from Purple. Huge
taking a lot of damage here, and Tailwind ends this turn. So this Azumarill is going to be the slowest thing on the field. Liquidation
gets the defense drop. Finish off the Goldango, but at this point, the Azumarill is the problem, right? And
Azumarill can just run away with it here, right?
Gunk Shot misses.
That's huge. That's the problem with using Gunk Shot.
Yeah, just
a
gets
great
to
move and
do what it wants.
Yeah, it's only a 30% accurate move,
And yeah, Ancient Power, the worst move that you're happy exists, right? That's such a
not being able to click a fire type move into Baxcalibur kind of hurts. So.
Medium move that you're like, well, I just got to run Ancient Power sometimes, right?
Yeah.
But this Moltres is not long for this world, and we got a game 1 to Red Jolteon.
So Purple was able to get that Trick Room up, and I just caught my controller as it was falling.
Nice catch.
Anyways, yeah, thank you. He was able to get that Trick Room up, but it just wasn't enough to stop that Goldango after the nasty plot. So coming into game 2 here.
Yeah, it feels like Red Jolteon just didn't care. Like, sure, have your Trick Room. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Azumarill absolutely huge in this matchup, too.
Into game 2, I think probably we see... I think we see Weather, right? I think we see Politoed and Basculegion just as... Basculegion as a huge damage dealer, and Politoed as, maybe an alternative support to Gothitelle. Maybe we don't see Revavroom and Goth as a result, something like that.
Yeah, if I'm purple, that Azumarill is very scary because we don't know the Terra. We don't know all the moves yet. I'm afraid of that thing if I'm purple.
Electric, we are in game 2 of Red Jolteon versus Purple Rain, and we already watched Tay versus Sukaba. So 2 of 3.
There was Tail Glow. It worked very effectively, but Tay still managed to win.
But all right, so game 2 here. Get the speed a little slower.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see a little bit more offense here in the lead for purple because you cannot let Baxcalibur Goldango just pop off on you. So we do see the Basculegion.
Goth Basculegion. Interesting. So yeah, we get the Terra, presumably thinking, oh, here comes a fake out. I want my... Oh, but the fake out goes into the Baxcalibur.
Interesting.
Mercur's a sunny day and comfortably lives the wave crash in the sun there.
Very nice sunny day there to take away that damage from wave crash.
And Baxcalibur says, I got a covert cloak. I don't even care about your fake out.
These coaches are so brave in playoffs to just sit in front of these threatening Pokemon and just click setup moves. Red Jolteon back-to-back games, Nasty Plot, Swords Dance. It's crazy.
And I mean, you got to imagine Tailwind turn 2, right?
Yeah.
Baxcalibur gets to kill something, right? So we do get the weather
comes
changed.
In and changes the weather, but it already negated that wave crash.
Yeah, and don't even need the Tailwind. We're just gonna do 20% on the switch in.
And Glaive Rush at 2 times attack is just so much damage. No. Do we see the backs protect here? Do we call out a protect here? What do you think?
I gotta imagine, if the backs is fast enough, Murkrow can just set Tailwind and still go first. Still doesn't even care, right? So
or we just
that's assuming that this Basculegion is Swift Swim and not Adaptability, which is not a given.
True.
So Terra Water. Lose that foul play weakness.
Sunny day.
Helping Hand Aqua Jet does 70%.
Even resisted. That is massive damage. Ice Shard not doing much.
Set the sun again. Now, is that... Do we
Sunny
think
Day
this...
went last.
Yeah, because it was... Everybody used a priority move, right? Politoed had a +3 priority move, and then everybody else was at +1 priority, and Murkrow's not actually that fast.
Yeah. You're right.
But, I mean, we do learn that Basculegion has to be Swift Swim because of that.
Yeah, unless the Bax is not speed invested.
Well, but I guess the Murkrow could also be not speed invested. So I guess we didn't necessarily learn that, but Red Jolteon knows at this point whether that is true or not.
Now the Baxcalibur probably goes down here, but hopefully it takes something with it if you're Red Jolteon. Yeah,
I think the Aqua Jet will still kill the Baxcalibur, but like Murkrow gets to do something. This Politoed isn't doing much, and it kind of has to Helping Hand to guarantee that Aqua Jet still kills. But you're just going to see a switch. And the Tailwind does go up. Baxcalibur's going to get to do something. Down to a Sash. Yowzas.
Nice switch here, and Politoed with the Weather Ball is going to pick up on the backs here.
Weather Ball on Politoed is nice. That gives you something powerful to do, whether the rain is up or not. I like that.
Absolutely.
A lot.
Or snow, right? Yeah, rain, snow, or shine. That's a good move.
Yeah, call Politoed Karl Malone. because he's the mailman.
And good switch into Jolteon here too, because it's not going to die. It has that sash. Tailwind is set up.
Yeah, that is nice. So. And potentially a Last Respects coming in. This Jolteon maybe goes down, and now we've got a Last Respects to worry about here.
Yeah.
So Goldango comes in. He can't. He can't keep getting away with it, right? There's no word. He's not going to do it.
He's going to do it.
He's not going to do it.
Guaranteed. We're going to see a foul play and a Jolteon and a nasty plot. Thunderbolt. Come on.
I love being right.
Be brave.
But, yeah. No kidding. Nice protect. Big damage into that Goldango with the Weather Ball. Thanks to Sun. Really nice. Yeah, Weather Ball's great. Doesn't get the double protect. Not surprising. But Politoed is going to protect the Jolteon. Probably going to go down. Unless it's it could be like a Make It Rain or something like that. Or, well, it was already a Thunderbolt.
Yeah. One turn left of Tailwind here. Basculegion coming back in.
Yeah. So we're not going to get the rain up. And Feather Dance says
probably does it.
Your move does not matter.
It crits, but because the sun is up, we do not take down the
Still not enough. And dies to the Life Orb. And we're in a 2v1, but the Basculegion is at -2, and the Murkrow can just keep clicking Feather Dance. We've still got this very scary Azumarill. Yeah.
Yeah, Aqua Jet doing no damage. There's the Feather Dance Azumarill.
And just like a Play Rough or something. Yeah, just finish it up. Well done to Red Jolteon. So we have our first conference finals in Tay versus the newcomer Red Jolteon.
And congrats to Purple for another successful season. So yeah, I mean, this is a hard league.
2 for 3 on making the playoffs in 3 seasons, or 2 for 2?
I'm not sure if this is Purple's
Purple
second
Rain
or
played
season.
2 or 3 seasons.
I don't know. Either way, it's been a good run, and Red Jolteon, new coach, really strong showing here. This team looks good. The team is looking very good.
All right, what do these teams look like here? Let's pull these up real quick. We got some fun secrets. Weather Ball and the Jolteon as well. And looks like we are picking that dehumidifier up a little bit there. In the background, but
unfortunately, I can try to turn it down a little bit. Unfortunately for Purple, that Jolteon not really able to take advantage of its speed because that Prankster Tailwind on the other end kind of makes it hard to play with Jolteon.
Yeah. We had Rindo Berry there. What Grassmons were on? Oh, Abomasnow. Fair enough. And then Life Orb on the Revavroom. And a lot of, I say a lot, but 2 Type Resist berries, which we don't see as much in the Terra world as we used to. But pretty standard sets for all 6 of these Pokemon here. But not as a slight or anything, a standard set is a standard for a reason, right? I mean, Jolteon basically has 3 move slots that are spoken for, and then you get to bring your 4th move of whatever you want. Gothitelle pretty much always wants to have Fake Out and Trick Room and attack, and so you kind of have one to play with there. And, the Scarf plus adaptability is pretty cool in this Basculegion.
Yeah, the ability to put out some big damage there for sure.
Yeah. Let's see Red Jolteon's team here. Any secret spice? What do we not see? Specs Espeon. I like that. And Light Clay, Terra Fire, Abomasnow, Blizzard, Aurora Veil, protecting Giga Drain with the Light Clay. And we pretty much sussed out everything else, right? I guess we didn't know for sure that the Azumarill was Assault Vest, but we saw the Cloak, we saw the Life Orb. It's always Eviolite. We saw all 4 moves.
It's a good team. This is a very well-rounded,
team.
good team.
It's good stuff.
I like this team a lot.
I like the specs Espeon with the Tailwind. Just Jolteon says, I'm just bringing 6 strong, scary attacking Pokemon, and just got to see if Purple Rain can deal with it. And it turns out the answer was no this time.
Yeah. All right. What's the next matchup?
All right. We got 2 more to do, and we're starting with this one. Me versus Dan.
The man versus the Doc.
Yeah. So I did record for this, so I'll have a video coming out after this. As I see it, the 2 pairs that Dan has are the scariest things that he can be doing. And it's basically not close. These are the things that have worked well for him all season, and they're pretty good. They're like good to great into my team for the most part, right? Mousehold can kill just about anything. I really can't bring Intimidate because this Defiant would just wreck me.
Yeah, and if you're Dan, the Rain is looking pretty solid because it helps you deal with Typhlosion.
Yeah, it neuters my Typhlosion pretty well.
What does scare me a little bit if you bring the Rain is you have that Tauros Aqua on your team.
Tauros Aqua and Hurricane, which I have not brought all season because
I was going to ask if you brought it this week, so I guess we'll find out soon.
Yeah, haven't brought Hurricane all season, but I felt it was a pretty safe bring this week. My thoughts are the Tauros is great if in the rain it's going to get to do some scary stuff. Steel is good against a lot of the tech options that Dan could maybe be bringing, and also Fairy is just very good into the team generally, right? There's a lot of Fairy weaknesses and not much in the way of like relevant Fairy resists, right? So
yeah.
If I'm Dan, those are my thoughts.
I feel like the Terra on this Annihilate is going to be really impactful. Kind of a tough decision to make here. By Terraing away from some of your weaknesses, you're going to Terra into some others. So I don't know, maybe Terra Steel looks kind of nice, but then you're a little afraid of that Tauros with close combat. So I'm really not sure what we're going to see on this Annihilate.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the...
Please Wigglytuff. Please Wigglytuff.
There's no Wigglytuff. But as I started, I was like, I wonder if he brings Wigglytuff just to like maybe try and prove to me that he thinks it's good or something like that, right?
You would be the guy to bring it against for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I would be the person to bring it against. But Dan rightly recognizes that Wigglytuff is bad, and so did not bring it.
Yeah, no real surprises from Dan's side. I am a little surprised to see your Typhlosion here.
So, the main reason that I wanted Typhlosion is because it's not my only Will-O-Wisp user. I did also have Rotom, but I didn't really want to bring Rotom. So, as a faster Will-O-Wisp user, I did want the Typhlosion. So we can go ahead and let's get the speed down a little bit and jump into it. So this is it's basically what I was expecting from Dan's side, and I would assume this is more or less within a Pokemon or two what Dan was expecting from me as well. So we get what's been a pretty comfortable lead for me this season of Tinkaton and Typhlosion, and what is the scariest lead possible of Mousehold and Annihilate from Dan.
We do see the Terra Fire here, so negating that Fairy weakness, and also gonna maybe be able to eat this Eruption if we see an Eruption.
Yeah. So we'll just the Mousehold protects, and I go for the burn into the Terra Fire. Excellent. Sea Flamethrower. My thought was, I know. So here's my first thought is, Mankey and Primeape are Gen 1 Pokemon. Gen 1 Pokemon have broken coverage options.
Right.
Annihilate was teched specifically for Tinkaton. In like one turn, I'm like, oh no, that's obviously Zoroark.
Right.
But I was surprised that first turn. So get the Moltres in.
Sometimes you forget that Zoroark exists.
Even when you see it in Team Preview.
Right.
Yeah. And for the second time this season, a multi-hit move prevents me from getting Berserk because my berry triggers in the middle of the multi-hit.
Yeah.
So I did end up with Berserk, but I would have had double Berserk if that was how it worked. But it's not how it works.
Would have been super cool.
Would have been super cool, except it just got doubled anyway.
Yeah.
And it died.
Turns out it doesn't matter. And then
it doesn't matter.
Makes things hurt even more.
Yeah, and Annihilate comes out and Annihilate comes in. Yeah.
The real Annihilate. Or maybe it's Zoroark this time. Who knows? Maybe it's special attack Annihilate.
So we do see some tech here. I do have the Rocky helmet on the Typhlosion, so
this support style Typhlosion is really interesting because you never expect it, right? So the Rocky helmet is really nice tech here. Probably too little too late, but it is very cool.
Yeah, definitely too little too late here in game one, and living that wave crash even from 72% is pretty impressive. Like, that's a pretty bulky Annihilate. And
see, now I feel like maybe you shouldn't have revealed that Terra Electric.
The Terra Electric, maybe, but I don't think
you have a chance at this point.
I mean, I have to play like I do, right? It's the playoffs, and like I would always rather give up a little information for a higher chance at winning. For a chance at winning.
There's still a chance. Sure.
Because like I'm definitely dying to the Hurricane if I don't Terra Electric there. But I do get confused by the Hurricane, which is pretty brutal, because
that Pelipper is the fastest thing on the field here. So
yeah, because I'm gonna hit in confusion here, and so I'm not going to kill this Pelipper this turn, making it a 2v2 that it otherwise would be, and then I'm still kind of in it because I have the wave crash for the Terrifier Zoroark in the rain, and then I can maybe do something into this Annihilate. Like, I'm still against the wall.
Annihilate's basically dead, right?
Yeah, but Annihilate is
that's
fake. Well, I guess no, it's actually at 100% still, because that was the Zoroark that's low or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, so it comes in and it's Pelipper, but we know it's the Zoroark.
The double Pelipper's.
Yeah, awesome. And then the Zoroark Pelipper kills before I can get a move off there, and then
I kind of clean this one up. So
that's right. Ape is fainted, Zoroark is left, but it's showing it as the other way around because Zoroark is infuriating to just not have information leak out of your own brain when you're up against it. And so I'm getting taunted here by double Pelipper at the end of game one.
Going into game two, how are you feeling? You're feeling like you got to shake something up here, right?
Yeah, I'm not feeling great about that game one. I got a little unlucky in the Hurricane confusion, which lets Pelipper get off a second hit that it wouldn't have otherwise been able to get off, because as we'll see, I do have Wild Charge on this Tauros. But yeah, I got to make something happen. I got to tighten up my play. I was kind of feeling like I was playing like just not dialed in as much as I could be in that first game, and so So
Trick Room mode doesn't feel particularly great either. So
no, and my Oranguru was mostly always meant as anti-Trick Room more than as Trick Room, right? And I mean the Trick Room not coming means Oranguru's not great here. But
game two, the doctor's back against the wall.
little bit.
Both these coaches with all my heart. We do see the Persian lead now. I have questions for this after the set, but interested to see what it does here. So do we get a fake out into the mouse hold here?
We do not. We get another excellent prediction of the actual Annihilate now. And I know this is the actual Annihilate, right? Because it's a different Terra. But once again, Terraing into a type that makes it immune to the support move. He
blocks your Wisp, and then he blocks your Thunderwave.
Although I did Thunderwave into the mouse hold, right? Not so I Thunderwaved into the Protect. But yeah, the Terra Electric Annihilate.
Funny to see that at the start of both games. Wave Crash is massive damage here. What does Annihilate do? Thunder Punch does not kill.
Doesn't quite get me. It is Kudzu, yeah. So I'm gonna get to Protect and then
get another
heal,
one.
get another berry. Yep. And I just want that mouse hold going slow because otherwise it's not it just outspeeds everything that I'm doing. So I am gonna lose the Persian here. Hoping for maybe that 1% to not get the on one of those dice rolls.
Yeah, and I'm not feeling too bad about losing that Persian if I'm you.
I'll trade that for
Typhlosion is not in the back.
Typhlosion's not in the back. Moltres is my fourth.
Good protect there by
excellent protecting, right? Like I want to fake out and just kill the Barraskewda, and the protect is huge, and just another population bomb blasts into this Tauros.
Mousehold, excellent Pokemon.
Yeah, Mousehold is great.
No full paras. Never lucky, huh?
No, never lucky. I mean, sometimes lucky, but
liquidation into the
big damage.
Tinkaton does
into the Tinkaton. I do get the Tailwind up, which is pretty nice, and the Barraskewda goes down to Sash.
Could be important. What is
still? Some of Barraskewda is still faster than some of my Pokemon, though not faster than these two. I think in Tailwind, Barraskewda is so fast.
Yeah, it is. What is that? 140 base speed or something?
136. Yeah,
goodness.
But yeah. So because of the Citrus Berry, gonna live the population bomb
and get Berserk activated,
and
which is
not get Berserk. Because of this 6%. This 6% here means I don't get the Berserk.
Goodness gracious. And so the Pelipper is
very fast. Must be Scarfed to be outspeeding the Tinkaton there.
Oh, not picking up the kills here.
Yeah, not getting any KOs. Weather Ball. I do live. Finally getting that Berserk.
It doesn't matter.
It does get the full para. I get to hit another Fiery Wrath, kill both of them.
Stats.
It's +1. I've got one more turn of Tailwind. Dan, or that was the last turn of Tailwind, right? So now Barraskewda gets to just finish me off. I think I do Protect, but I gotta hope for misses and I don't know, miss, double flinch or something like that, or Barraskewda miss and then flinch with the Fiery Wrath.
Target his partner. Right.
Yeah. Maybe his power goes out. Something like that. We got to play to our outs.
All right, I'm turning on the timer now.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, James, congrats on a great season.
Really happy with the season, right?
Threatening coach. Is that back-to-back playoffs for you? 2 in a row? 3 in a row?
2 in a row or 3 in a row? Yeah, one of those. 2 or 3 in a row.
Solid run. And just making playoffs in this league is an accomplishment.
It's tough. I never used to make playoffs.
Yeah, it is tough. So hey, you're getting better, right?
Yeah.
Improvement. And Dan is the man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can't feel too bad about this loss either.
Dan shows up, coach. Plays an elite, plays the season, makes the playoffs, makes the conference finals, as it turns out. And then, doesn't play for a season, and then does play for a season. So, yeah. Well played to Dan. Absolutely.
Definitely. All right. Do you want to save the paste for your video so people watch it? Or
watch it or don't.
Gotta drive
my
those clicks.
videos are lucky to get 20 views. It's just you degenerates watching it anyway.
Right.
I'm not making it to the front page of YouTube or anything like that.
We know who are making these videos.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, loading these images real slow for some reason, but yeah. So we got the Rocky helmet on the Typhlosion. Did bring Hurricane, although I needed the spread and the flinch too much to ever actually click the Hurricane. So the Persian being, Thunderwave, Fake Out, Taunt, and U-Turn. First time I've brought Persian without any special moves, right? No Icy Wind, no Snarl, no Chilling Water.
You don't want to activate that Defiant.
For precisely that reason, right? So I went with the Thunderwave instead. U-Turn was doing 70% to beefy Brute Bonnets. So pretty happy with that as a, one attacking move. And I mean, if you're not going to run the debuff moves, you want to be switching in and out with Persian to take advantage of the other best move, Fake Out. We did have goggles on the Oranguru, although the Oranguru never came, nor did Brute Bonnet. I didn't switch. All right, there we go. Now we got the paste available for the fans. Good work, Poppin. Thanks for keeping me honest. And yeah, I had lots of item switching going on this week, where kind of Typhlosion and Persian both wanted Sash. Tauros and Moltres both wanted Citrus Berry, but Moltres gets priority on that, so we went with the Pinchberry on Tauros. Happy with my team building. I am gonna do a here's what I think of my team video this season. I haven't done one of those for a while, but I've got thoughts on this team, so I'll do a season wrap up kind of thing in there. But
it's a solid team. You piloted it well to make it this far for sure. So
yeah, happy with it. And then we've got Dan's team here of just straight killers. Scarf Pelipper, just demolishing everything. Specs Zoroark, Wide Lens Pop Bomb Technician.
Yes, Zoroark looked really good in that game one.
Yeah, just an excellent Terra choices from Dan in both games.
Mm-hmm.
The Terra Fire game one to eat the Will-O-Wisp, and then Terra Electric making my Thunder Waves look silly in game two. Also,
almost kind of funny to see those two Terras come out back to back, even though they ended up not being super impactful that turn. I guess not getting the burn on Zoroark is kind of like whatever, but it's just funny. Like Will-O-Wisp, Thunderwave, Terra Fire, Terra Electric is great.
But well built and well played to Dan, and
congrats, Dan.
Congrats and good luck in the conference finals. I'm rooting for you for sure. All right, so last battle, we got Shelgaunt Beat versus the Phoenix Suns. Poppin versus Electric, one for the ages. Another kind of a weather war. More in the sense of like it's a fight over the sun, right? Like that's generally Tyranitar's spot in weather wars, is the anti-weather weather.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, when your team maxes out at 95 speed, Trick Room is going to be important to the battle.
And Electric knows this too, right? So Poppin wants to get that Trick Room set up without question. Electric is going to be planning for that, and with the offense on this team between Urshifu and Fluttermane, you can kill a lot of stuff, and also the Magneton looking thing, whatever it's called.
Sandy Shocks, I always forget Sandy Shocks' name also.
Right.
Don't feel bad about that. At least they're not. At least the past the photosynthesis ones don't have as terrible a names as all the Quark Drive ones that are all just iron something.
Iron whatever, right.
It's a terrible mistake. It was an awful decision.
Mm-hmm.
But, Nintendo doesn't take my calls, so I don't actually get a say in it.
Not anymore. They learned their lesson. Yeah, I mean, we gotta assume we're gonna see, the at least 5 of the top 6 from each team. These are pretty top heavy teams, very solid and well rounded. But Poppin's going to want to slow the game down, and Electric's going to want to be firing off attacks and killing stuff, right?
And
you also have the Bruxish highlighted here. What were your thoughts on that one?
Just as a second trick room, like one of these 2 trick room setters is definitely one of Poppin's most important mons for the match,
sure.
Right? Like the trick room has just got to get set up. I wouldn't be surprised to see both, and when we look at the pace, then see that they both have trick room as different options, right? Dazzling, preventing the sucker punches from the Urshifu, but the much beefier, more generally reliable Sinistra as probably the primary trick room setter.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it. See if this Probo Pass does anything. I mean, it's the slowest. Come on, tied for the slowest.
It's not going to do anything.
Not coming. We have Snow Runt though.
We do have Snow Runt. So, wonder what's going on there. Does one of these things have Anger Point?
No. Or something.
To do like some Frost Breath. What am I missing here? Why is Snow Runt here?
I don't know. I'm really intrigued.
4x into Gliscor, but like I don't think that's worth a Pokemon to have one stab 4x into one Mon. Like I don't think that's worth bringing Snorunt for. I assume I'm missing something.
And we see the knockoff Dollar Tree Butterfree also. So maybe to get a potential Tailwind setup, but Poppin is absolutely going for Trick Room here. And Vivian, I think is what it's called, is not doing much to help stop that.
Yeah, potentially Sleep Powders, but like not into the Sinistra, right? So.
Yeah, Steve, we are absolutely baffled.
We're baffled by this, all right.
I can't wait to see this. I'm super excited for this match.
Alrighty, let's see this going. Let's get it a little slower here, and fire it up. So we see the Fluttermane and Vivian.
Okay, so we do see the Butterfree come out here. Like, what is it gonna do? Is it gonna put the Bruxish
Vivian, not Butterfree? Yeah, but then is the Sinistra just going to be the one to click Trick Room?
Either of these could be clicking Trick Room right now, and I feel like
also Sinistra this could just be choice banded, right? And
absolutely,
just kill the Fluttermane probably.
Yeah, so, just a Wave Crash will probably do the job, right? If it doesn't die first. I mean, it is Fluttermane. Fluttermane's crazy.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on here. So Terra Grass.
What's the Terra on Witch's Brew?
Rage Powder. We don't care about Rage Powder now. And the Bruxish is living a Hurricane and setting Trick Room.
Bulky Bruxish. All right, so Trick Room's up. Both of these Pokemon are very weakened, though. Mega damage coming out of
rough shape. But they both get to go first for sure. And, the Bruxish can probably... I mean, we were talking... it's obviously not choice banded, so I doubt it's one-shotting the Fluttermane, but... plus Machagacha to finish it off, to like clean it up or something like that. You're kind of trading 2 for 1 there, right? Because maybe then one of them gets killed by the Hurricane. But
I mean, this Fluttermane, we're gonna stall out this Trick Room as best as we can. Machagacha is not going to do a lot into
and misses the Vivian and Wave Crash into the Fluttermane. Yeah, so Hurricane.
I didn't know that attack could miss. I learned something today.
Yeah, I guess it's not. Is Wave Crash not 100%? Apparently, because we know it's not Bright Powder or something nonsense like that. But all right, so we get the Sand up. This Tyranitar is going to be extremely beefy and difficult for like any one shots to happen.
Nice switch there.
With the Urshifu not up, but
maybe calling out the Heavy Slam. I don't know if we're going to survive this Machagacha. I assume we will, because this is probably a bulky Sinistra.
Yeah. Vivian again dodging the Machagacha.
What is going on here?
And yeah, huge damage on that switch in there. But the Tyranitar goes to sleep.
Yeah, and I mean, Electric doing a really nice job of stalling out this Trick Room here, but that Sinistcha is healing itself back up as well.
Yeah, it no longer in danger of dying to one shot.
Yeah.
And the Sandy Shock's very low. Kind of has to protect here or hope the Machagacha misses. Because we've already used a Terra and it's at 9% anyway. Potential Focus Sash is broken here on this Vivian. The Tyranitar's going to take its first sleep turn. Doing 30% is not bad.
It's not bad, but it's not enough. Does the T-Tar wake up? I mean, this is absolutely huge here.
So this is
Hurricane. That's why we brought it.
Still getting that kill. Yeah, we did see the Hurricane, but...
yeah, because we don't miss hurricanes in the sand.
Yeah, apparently. All right, so we do get a one-turn sleep off the Tyranitar, and it's probably going to kill something here.
Yeah, that's really tough for Electric.
Especially since we're seeing it waking up means nothing's protecting on this side. Because that would have already happened.
Yeah, we're not going for a double protect here, so...
Yeah.
I mean, you got to bank on it.
Yeah, right? I mean, you always plan for the one-turn sleep. Like, you got to make your move choices like it's always going to wake up.
Yeah.
Terra Ghost here on the Como is pretty interesting here.
Yeah, to help it eat that Hurricane. I mean, that was the only real threat, right?
Yeah.
Can Veluza pull it off? Now, I mean, Sandy Shocks is... I mean, Electric does have the fastest mons on the field here. I think.
True. Yeah, that's definitely the case.
How fast Veluza is, actually.
I mean, it's got to be faster than... Yeah, it's faster, and also these two mons were going early, like going first in Trick Room, so...
Yeah.
Definitely going to get to do 2 attacks here. I think Veluza does get close combat, so maybe this Tyranitar is going to die. But Night Slash only doing 35%, and yeah,
not good damage.
So beefy.
It's a wrap here.
And dies to its own life orb.
Try to stall out that Trick Room, but Sinistcha is such a good Pokemon. Just being able to just take... I mean, it's big chunks of damage it's dishing out, too, and then it's healing all that.
And it's healing up. HP Pokemon's broken. Yeah.
It's very good.
All Pokemon are too good now. Let's go back to... Let's do Gen 3. The first doubles. When doubles first existed and all Pokemon were terrible. That's the next VBL-N season.
Yeah, I have my thoughts about next season. I kind of think we should just have high power level teams. I think that might even be more fun. But
yeah, maybe. Yeah. I like it all. It's all fun. Alrighty. So some rough RNG there for kind of on both sides, right? Lots of Machagacha misses.
Yeah.
But also like some close rolls. And so let's
it's gonna
see
be
how
hard
this
for
game
Electric
goes.
to stop the Trick Room setup. So
yeah, I mean, when you draft a Bruxish, you make it difficult to stop the Trick Room setup, right?
Yeah.
But between Dazzling and Water being such a good typing, let's
see how Electric handles it this time.
Yeah, let's see how this game 2 goes.
We get an Urshifu lead.
So we got Fluttermane and Vivian versus Sinistcha and Bruxish again. So the same mons on both sides. We see a Terra Grass again. Big chunks. And the safety goggles. And
now Sinistcha going for Trick Room this time.
Yeah, or just not caring, but that seems unlikely. But yeah, just barely living that wave crash.
It has to be Calc to live that.
Yeah,
now Electric back against the ropes again. Electric has to stall out this Trick Room, and I don't know if it's going to be a possibility.
The goggles reveal here is huge. Like, don't care about your sleep powder. Don't care about your rage powder.
Yeah.
Matcha Gotcha gonna not do a ton, but around 30-ish. Yep.
I mean,
heal up a
look
little.
at all the health it gets back.
Aang was
You know
burned.
what I mean?
Oh, right, because it can do that also. Matcha Gotcha is a good move. Sinnoh's just a good Pokemon. Unreal. I think that happened to me too, right? Didn't I get paralyzed or frozen or something? What is it? Just a chance to burn, or does it?
It's just burn.
It's just burn. Yeah. So I must have got burned also. Yeah. So yeah, Wave Crash going into the.
There's no solid switch-ins to get this Flutter Mane out safely either.
Beefy, big old hurricane damage there, and we got the sand up. Tyranitar is going to be tough to take down. Electric pointing out in the game logs that they think it's probably Assault Vest, which is like Assault Vest plus Sandstorm plus Rock type.
Yeah,
is
never
tough
dying
for that Fluttermane to have ever killed anyway, right?
Yeah,
probably like a 3-hit Dazzling Gleam, and we've got the Snorunt. Okay, so we're gonna see what's going on here.
It's not gonna do anything.
It's gonna click Ice Beam. It's so slow. It went first.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe it's the Trick Romancer. Yeah, that Ice Beam not cutting it. We're hoping for freezes here.
Yeah,
it eats that heavy slam though. It eats that heavy slam like a champ.
Deletes the Sandy Shocks and goes down to recoil. So we're gonna see Poppin's last Pokemon, probably Como again, I would think. Yeah.
And I gotta say, this guy's impressive every season, but excellent prep by Poppin here. I mean, he had the matchup figured out. He had ways to get that Trick Room set up. He had everything covered, right? He had the goggles. He had 2 mons that were able to set it. So really well played.
Matcha Gotcha is a custom move that Poppin modded into the game. Yeah.
Kind of feels like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of does. It's broken. Bring in the safety goggles on that Bruxish. Huge.
Absolutely.
Excellent call there on that. Let's take a look at these teams.
Urshifu surprised me a little bit there too.
All right, Electric's team. What do we got? Weakness policy, although the Urshifu never actually came.
See, so that what it was. It was weakness policy. Ice Shard, weakness
policy, nice. Terra Flying, Ice Shard.
Acrobatics.
Okay. I see what's going on now. Now, and you've got the acrobatics. Alrighty. I can appreciate this for sure.
Yeah. But with the Trick Room getting set up, there's just no way to reliably
you just don't have time, right? You got to guess correctly and get the one shot on that. So maybe it's. I mean, and they never brought it, so.
Much like Tail Glow, it might be a little too much setup. Right?
Maybe, yeah. Scarf on the Veluza, yeah, and it does not get close combat. That's just me not knowing mid to low tier Pokemon's
for good reason, honestly.
Yeah. What else?
I liked the
Terra Water
Vivian. That was really nice, actually. I like that one with the Terra Grass.
I think under respected in talking about it generally, but I think Vivian totally bringable, respectable Pokemon that probably should get taken on most draft boards at some point.
Let's take a look at Poppins real quick.
Let's see this other paste.
Because it definitely feels like Poppin had thought out every potential way that Electric could stop Trick Room and made sure that he had it covered. And
guessed right on the which Mon should be clicking Trick Room both times too, right? Yeah,
it's got to be hard if you're Electric too, because in game 1 that the Bruxish has Trick Room. And then in game 2, you're probably like, yeah, but the Sinistcha probably does too, right? What do I do?
Yeah, exactly.
So, it's tough.
Electric was right on the Assault Vest Tyranitar there. And just
bulky.
hugely bulky. Brave for the absolute min speed, and just getting a little bit of defense there, and then all of the special defense multipliers means this is like a great Flutter Mane answer, right? I would not be surprised if Dazzling Gleam is like barely a 3-hit KO into this mon.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me. Moonblast is probably 2-hit, even with all this nonsense that's going on, but also maybe not.
It is still Flutter Mane, right?
Exactly. Like, that's what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah.
Even so. Outrage, which we never saw, but is always fun. Especially when Flutter Mane is on the other side. Like, hope it doesn't point at that one.
Yeah, and you can see no speed investment on this team, so Poppin very committed to getting that trick room out.
Zero speed.
I mean, he knew that he had it, right? He knew that there was no way.
All minus speed natures, too. Brave, 5 Braves and a Quiet.
Yeah. I mean, he knew that there was no way for Electric to stop it, and you saw it in the match. There wasn't. Electric did a nice job of trying to stall it out, especially in game 1, but Poppin really in control.
No, Poppin, I do not like your empty PNG mons, but it's not your fault. It's PokePaste's fault. Their inability to keep accurate databases of PNGs. Alrighty. How many copies did we get? Copy. So we had the OG, then a copy, and then a copy, and a copy, and a copy, and a copy. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 versions of the team, at least. Hey, that's what it takes to go 2-0 and make it to the conference finals. I
mean, it's what makes Poppin one of the greats. I mean, the prep game from this guy is just immaculate. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Not to take anything away from anybody else. Electric is an amazing player too. So congrats for making it this far too, buddy.
Yeah, I was saying earlier to Jess that I think Poppin is maybe maybe the most consistent VBL coach. In VBL history,
with up there with Tay for sure.
Yeah,
I would say.
So
yeah,
well done. So we have our two conference finals. We have Red Jolteon versus Tay, and we have Poppin versus Dan. So good luck to.
It's going to be very exciting.
Good luck to those coaches, and sorry, Poppin, I'm rooting for Dan. Even though you both beat me, Dan knocked me out of playoffs, so I'm rooting for him. All right. You want to say anything to the fans?
Yeah, I'm rooting for Tay. I like to see winners continue to win.
You're one of those, huh?
Yeah, I don't like underdogs, all right? I like champions.
You live in Chicago. That's a city of underdogs.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. No, I'm not rooting for anybody. It's always fun to see exciting games with, people that I like. So thanks for having me. Thanks everybody for showing up. It's always a good time.
Awesome. Everybody enjoy your Sunday evening, and peace. All right. Stream ended.